Hi, my name is Brett Sikora. I'm the assistant volleyball coach here at Angelo State University, and I'm going into my first season. Before here, I've been at Hendrix College, Middle Tennessee State University, Arkansas Tech, Grand Valley State, and then I started at Western Michigan in 2006, which is also where I went to school and played on the men's club team for 4 years there. One of the reasons why I love coaching is the competitiveness of the game and the ability to teach the student athletes skills and strategies to help them be successful and set and exceed their goals on the court and in the classroom. I grew up, my dad was a high school volleyball coach, so I grew up in the gym. My younger sister played. When I got to college at Western Michigan, I had a chance to play, and it was kind of by accident that I got into it. It was my junior year. They needed another club coach for a 14s team. So again, not having coached much, I got into it and I decided that I really kind of liked it. Having the chance to take somebody not very good and teach them some skills, teach them some strategies and make them better, see them be successful immediately. That was something that really made me interested, and it was a game that I didn't know a whole lot about. So the chance to learn, and I am extremely competitive and I take every opportunity to learn that I can. And that was something that it seemed like it never ended, and there's never a top that you can get to. There's always something you can do better, always something you can do different. So that's something that really interested me. Over my coaching career, I've had several memorable experiences so far. First off was including at Grand Valley, was a trip to the Elite Eight, trip to the Final Four in back-to-back years. But probably the one that stands out most in my mind is 2011 season at Arkansas Tech. That was my third season there. So we had trained the seniors, trained the juniors for 3 years, and freshmen and sophomores were recruits that I had worked hard to bring in. We won our conference, went undefeated, hosted the conference tournament, and then won it, which meant we won the conference for the first time in school history, had the best record in school history, and then made the NCAA tournament up in Central Missouri. And that was just the second trip to the NCAA tournament in volleyball program history. So that one probably stands out more in my mind because I was able to have a larger impact in making that happen. I've had several mentors along the way. When I first got started, I had Ryan Manning and Ken Merzak at Western Michigan. Head coach was Colleen Munson. They were the ones that got me started. My first volunteer season introduced me to the way that competitive drills are ran, different training techniques. Then from there, Deanne Scanlon at Grand Valley State, Jason Johnson. Deanne was a former USA volleyball player who was extremely successful. Like, they had won the national championship 2 years before I got there. So seeing the way that they trained, the way that they recruited, the way they planned practices was incredibly, it was a great learning experience. And then from there, Christy Byer at Arkansas Tech gave me the opportunity to use the things I learned at Grand Valley and Western Michigan. And then I had a chance to work for Matt Peck at Middle Tennessee State, just a different offense that he had ran. He had won a national title at Division II level as well. And then at Division I, they were incredibly successful, making Sweet 16 runs a couple times, and just the different systems, a different way to be successful against bigger and better opponents. And those are some people that I really learned from and were mentors for me along the way. Having been at some incredibly successful programs, one thing that is consistent is competition in the gym daily. Setting goals for yourself and not accepting anything other than meeting those goals. Having high expectations will mean that sometimes you don't achieve them, but that's what you need when you want to get better. If you accept not meeting your goal, that accepts failing. And so the one thing that I try to bring every day in the gym is finding a way to be successful, to beat drills, to compete. That's the biggest thing in every successful program I've been around, is the level of competition, not just on game day, not just in pregame warm-ups, but practice, drills, film, classroom, a day-to-day basis. It's just competitiveness, competition. Looking for, when we're recruiting our student athletes, and then like when I'm stepping into my first year, goals for student athletes who are already on campus are first and foremost to be competitive and be successful in their classroom, in their programs that they're going to do after college. The second is time management skills, helping them perform better, be ahead of the curve when it comes to things. We will miss class time, and so making sure that they are attacking their study time and their academics with the same intensity that they do volleyball. And then third is that you like to see them be successful on the court as well. That is kind of what they come for. That's what we're here for. And so we like to see them, you know, build upon successes that they've had in the past and try to reach new heights and have very positive careers over their course. I really love the game of volleyball because it is the most dynamic team aspect sport. In other sports, you can have one player that just absolutely takes over the game, dominates. Like for example, LeBron can dribble the ball up down the court, dunk on people, shoot the ball, and he can take over a game. In volleyball, at most, you can touch the ball twice, first and third. So you need to be able to have teammates around you that make it go. And then other teams as well, they can target to keep it away from you. So you really have to rely on your teammates, game plan, and just working together to be successful. That is something that also kind of carries over into why I like coaching, is because you get to compete. You get to work hard, make game plans, scout, find ways to be successful, and make adjustments when people game plan for you. That is something that we try to teach our athletes, as well as that is something that really drives why I like to be a volleyball coach.